Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. We're going to explore a very important and sensitive topic, the comprehensive understanding and prevention of child abuse. Throughout this presentation, we'll dive into the various definitions, signs, and types of child abuse, as well as its profound impacts. Most importantly, we'll discuss effective strategies for support and intervention to help protect and assist vulnerable children. I look forward to sharing this crucial information with you. Child abuse is defined as any action or neglect by a caregiver that causes harm or puts a child at risk of harm. It's important to realize that this issue is widespread, affecting millions of children around the world, regardless of their background or location. Understanding what child abuse really means is crucial because it helps us grasp the extent of the problem and the serious consequences it has. In this presentation, we'll explore the definitions in detail, discuss why addressing child abuse is so important, and set the stage for talking about prevention and ways to support affected children. Early recognition of child abuse is absolutely vital because it allows for timely intervention, which can prevent further harm. One of the key signs to watch for is unexplained injuries. These might include bruises, burns, or fractures that don't have a clear or believable explanation. Alongside physical signs, behavioral changes are important indicators. A child who suddenly becomes withdrawn, aggressive, anxious, or fearful might be reacting to abuse. Another red flag is a noticeable fear of certain adults or a reluctance to go home. Additionally, poor hygiene or wearing clothing that isn't appropriate for the weather can suggest neglect. Lastly, frequent school absences, a sudden drop in academic performance, or delays in development, such as speech or emotional regulation, can also point to underlying issues. Recognizing these signs early can make a significant difference in a child's safety and well-being. When we talk about child abuse, it's important to understand the different types it can take. First, physical abuse involves deliberate acts that cause physical harm to a child, like hitting, shaking, or burning. These actions leave visible injuries and can have lasting effects on a child's health. Then, there's emotional abuse, which might not leave physical marks but is equally damaging. This includes behaviors like constant belittling, humiliation, rejection, or isolating a child, all of which harm their emotional well-being and self-esteem. Sexual abuse is another serious form, where a child is involved in any sexual activity, including molestation or exposure to inappropriate material, severely impacting their sense of safety and trust. Lastly, neglect refers to the failure to provide for a child's basic needs, such as food, shelter, medical care, education, and supervision. Neglect can be just as harmful because without these essentials, a child's overall development is at risk. Understanding these types helps us recognize the different ways children can be harmed and highlights the importance of protecting their rights and well-being. When a child experiences abuse, the effects can be both immediate and long-lasting. In the short term, we often see physical injuries, but there are also significant emotional impacts like anxiety, depression, and difficulties with concentration and learning. These challenges can affect a child's development and daily life in profound ways. Looking at the long-term consequences, the risks extend into adulthood, including chronic health issues and mental health disorders such as PTSD or substance abuse. Survivors may also struggle with forming healthy relationships, which further impacts their overall well-being. Beyond the individual level, child abuse has wider societal effects. It places a heavy burden on public resources, driving up costs for healthcare, mental health services, the legal system, and child welfare programs. Additionally, it results in lost productivity, affecting communities and economies as a whole. Understanding these layers of impact highlights the importance of prevention and support efforts. When it comes to preventing child abuse and providing support, several key strategies are essential. First, education and awareness programs play a crucial role by informing caregivers, educators, and the wider community about the signs and risks of abuse. This knowledge empowers people to recognize and act early. Equally important is training for professionals and caregivers, ensuring they know how to identify abuse and respond appropriately to protect children. Strong legal frameworks and enforcement are also vital. They provide the necessary protection for children and hold perpetrators accountable, sending a clear message that abuse will not be tolerated. Support services must be accessible to victims, offering counseling, shelters, and rehabilitation to help children heal and rebuild their lives. Community engagement and early intervention efforts are another cornerstone of safeguarding children. These initiatives help detect problems sooner and promote recovery and well-being. Lastly, collaboration among families, institutions, and authorities is essential. By working together, these groups can more effectively reduce the incidence of abuse and create safer environments for children. Each of these elements is critical in building a robust prevention and support system.